Good morning, Mister. I'm Engell Hernandez, code 23259, and today I'm going to talk you about why are the bees so important for us. So, with its black and gold stripes often seen buzzing from flower to flower, it's as difficult to imagine a life without bees as it is to envisage one without trees. These little hard-working winged invertebrates have been buzzing around for millions and millions of years, pollinating our plants and producing the sweet golden syrup that we call honey. But sadly, a world without bees is becoming more of a possibility as these important insects are in severe decline. And if bees were to become extinct, the planet could be in serious trouble because these little creatures, are such an integral part of most ecosystems around the world. And while for many people they are simply the fussy flying insect that we see darting among the flowers during the warmer months, bees are actually so much more than this because they have an important part to play in maintaining our planet. And where trees and woods are essential to filter our air, bees are vital for both pollinating the food that we need to survive and pollinate many of the flowers and trees that provides habitats for wildlife. So knowing this, we know that they are the perfect pollinators, and according to the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, approximately 80% of all flowering plants are specialized for pollination by animals, mostly insects, which includes bees. And pollination is crucial because many of our vegetables, fruits, and the crops that feed our livestock rely on it to be fertilized. And without pollination, we could go hungry. So, wild bees are among the most important pollinators because they are capable of pollinating on such a bigger scale than any other method that exists. And it has been estimated that it will cost farmers in the UK an incredible amount of 1.8 billion of pounds per year to manually pollinate their crops, and which just further emphasizes the importance of the bees. Then we have the importance of the honey. Well, as well as being pollinators, honeybees or Apis mellifera also produce honey. And this sickly sweet golden liquid is valuable, not only for its saccharine taste but also due to its medicinal properties and the fact that it is so energy dense. But knowing all this, we have to know uh, why are bees disappearing? Well, bees are in a decline on a global scale as they face many threats from habitat loss to the use of toxic pesticides. And many of the threats to bees share parallels with the threats to trees and woodlands. So saving bees goes hand by hand with saving trees. And if these threats aren't brought under control, we could be looking at a future without bees and without trees. So one of the main threats to our beloved bees are the use of toxic pesticides. While these pesticides are designed to kill pests, their intense toxicity is having an adverse effect on other insects too, uh, including the bees. Specifically, the neonicotinoids in particular causes bees a great deal of harm, as when they are sprayed onto plants they are absorbed. So when a bee comes to pollinate said plant, it will ingest this pesticide, and this can seriously damage the bee's central nervous systems. An increase in urban development and invasive farming methods has meant that many of the areas bees once called home no longer exist. And these developments are such threat to bees as they are to trees and woodlands. And in the wild, several species of bee nest in hollow trees, and so as more trees are destroyed, so are the homes of the bees. The climate change is also um, another contributing factor in the decline of bees, and it disrupts bee nesting behavior and alters the normal seasonal timings, meaning that flowers may bloom earlier or later than expected. But knowing are why are they so important and why are they disappearing, what can we do to help the bees to stop disappearing? Well, there are many things that we can do. One of them is to fill our gardens with bee-friendly flowers. One of the easiest way to help the bees is by planting lots of bee-friendly flowers in our gardens, and these bees favors a wide range of flowering plants. Also, we can provide them shelter, like most invertebrates. Bees need shelter to nest and hibernate in. So we can create our own shelter or buy them ready just to hang it up in a sunny shelter spot in our gardens and watch the bees fill in the tubes during the spring and summer months. And the last one is to stop using pesticides, because pesticides are one of the key threats to bees, and so one way to help bees is to stop using them in our own gardens. And so pest provides food for crucial pollinators too, so leaving them to be controlled naturally is the best choice if you want to help to save the bees. Thank you.